I've been thinking about this recipe for a few days now, and it's not something that I've ever tried. It's just kind of some flavors that they've been rolling around in my head, and I wanted to see how it would come out if we mix them together. And so the base of the idea was using these grape leaves that I have. And I wanted to make a grape leaf, but at the same time I wanted it to be a little bit sweet and tangy, and I wanted to use sheep. So I got 3 pounds of sheep, and of the 3 pounds of sheep, 0.9 we're gonna put in the food processor with some other ingredients to create a filling that will later be used to fill the grape leaves. We'll cook the sheep on top of the grape leaves. And so it's a little bit of a process. This one is not a quick meal. This one takes quite a bit of preparation, but I think that the finished product is going to be delicious. And I think that I think that the grapes and the blueberries, they're gonna do something. I don't know. I don't know if it's common to use those types of ingredients, but I think that it'd be kind of interesting to get that berry flavor in combination with what could be like a traditional kind of fusion flavor. You're gonna need some spices. I'll go into detail here with that, and you're gonna need some fresh veggies. You're gonna need some lime. Now, but I think that's good enough of an introduction. So, welcome to Cooking with Aaron. Cinnamon, salt, nutmeg, cumin, pepper, paprika, turmeric. After putting everything into this, I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. And I'm gonna pass everything over and give it a good shake. Everything's nicely covered. We're gonna be adding the ingredients to make the filling for the grape leaves. We're gonna start with 1 little thumb of ginger. Take that outer layer off. You got the onion, put it in the processor. Thyme gives meat like a nice deep flavor. I'm gonna do 2 garlic cloves. I'm only gonna use solo la puntita. So that's about how much meat we're gonna use. Close this up. We're gonna combine it with rice. So when I talked to my friend Mary, she said that if we're gonna do it in a slow cooker for long cook times, you have to use arroz precocido, which means you have to use pre-cooked rice. So we take 2 cups of rice and we mix it in. And this right here, I'm gonna get it all in there as much as possible. We're gonna be adding some pimentos into the mix that we have here. Didn't want to put them through the blender. This is gonna be the harder part right here. This is where the work comes in. Minimal amounts, something like that. Put it long way. I'm gonna tuck in one side, like that. We're gonna tuck in the other side, like that. And we're gonna fold it over onto. And look, we got the first one. I did forget one thing though. She said that to prevent this from burning, you have to line the bottom of the pot with tomatoes. And the tomatoes absorb the heat so that they don't actually burn the grape leaves. So we're gonna go ahead and slice some tomatoes. It's not entirely a written or existing recipe because I'm just making a lot of it up as we go. But they're just flavors that seem like they would naturally go well together. And so I want to promote the success of that flavor combination. Try and do it at home and you realize how much work is actually involved with making each little grape leaf that you enjoy. And just kind of work through. And I want them to be all equal. I want them to be really nicely done. These grape leaves kind of look like maple leaves. So keep in the center of the leaf and then just roll it up. Roll it up the center. Oh, he's a tiny little guy. But look at that. Look at that. Now we're gonna add the sheep to cook on top of the tamalitos. Add a couple bones just for flavor. Potato. All right, throwing in the full ginger. Onion. Thyme. Garlic. Some greenery. Got grapes. Now we'll find some blueberries. Some nutmeg. Some cinnamon. Top her off. We're gonna cook it on high for 3 hours, and then after that we're gonna put it on low for the next 4.
It smells like Christmas. Smells good.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
The flavors came out almost exactly as I had imagined that they would come out. The grape gave a nice little touch. It almost tastes like a little red wine in the sheep itself. The only thing that I did mess up is I probably put too much rice. I put 2 cups of rice in this recipe, and I should have probably only put 1. It caused the grape leaves to actually explode. So it pretty much came out kind of like a paella with the rice and then little bits of grape leaf, but the flavor was really robust. Everything just mixed well together. It's a recipe that I would actually do again. And if you look at fall off the bone, all of the lamb, it's super tender. The lamb, it's super tender. This is a recipe I'm gonna do again. I'm gonna go refining it. But if you wanna try it, and you want to improve on it, let me know. Let me know what you did differently. But overall, look, we got one here. You can see that they kind of just exploded. But it's still good. Enjoy your weekend.